What's going on? All right. How you doing? I'm back again. And I just was doing this a few seconds ago with the NXT video. But anyway, now it's time for fucking Royal Rumble review. And Royal Rumble 2017, the Royal Rumble, ever since I was, a little kid, I've been watching wrestling since like 1986. That's right, I'm fucking old, kids. But anyway, yeah, I mean, the Royal Rumble, I guess, didn't start for like, a couple years after that, like 1988 or something. But the Royal Rumble's always been my favorite pay-per-view. I get super excited for the Royal Rumble. That's my WrestleMania, basically. Anyway, I got my trusty notes because I would always make a huge weekend out of the Royal Rumble. So I was drinking for NXT, and then I was drinking last night for the Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble here, it's the pre-show started at 3 o'clock, and then the real show started at 5. And I finished it at around 10 o'clock because of sometimes pausing it on the network and, going and getting another beer or whatever the hell. But anyway, so I got my notes to make sure that I have some structure. So yeah, anyway, here we go. We had the kickoff show, and it was Renee Young, Booker T, Jared the King Lawler, and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So, they're in San Antonio, so Shawn Michaels is hanging out with them. So they're, they're talking, doing their usual shtick. We get in a little bit, and we have 3 matches during the pre-show, during the kickoff show. And we have Mickie James, Alexa Bliss, and Natalya versus Naomi, Nikki Bella, and Becky Lynch. And so, all 6 of these girls, Naomi's kind of feuding with Alexa Bliss. Nikki Bella's obviously feuding with Natalya, and now Becky Lynch is feuding with Mickie James, since, she was doing the whole La Luchadora thing. That's funny, though, 'cause that La Luchadora outfit, I just kept thinking, it's like, I don't want to, objectify these women or anything, but, we've seen Becky Lynch wear the La Luchadora outfit, Alexa Bliss wear the La Luchadora outfit, and Mickie James wear it. And these are all very beautiful women. But I always laugh when, the mask comes off and one of those women are wearing that outfit. And that outfit, it's a skin-tight outfit, but it is not flattering to those women. It makes them look really strange. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. But, yeah, so they're all fighting. And, each girl or each woman, they're fighting the other woman that they hate, and it's going back and forth. Everyone's just kind of beating each other up. And when it comes down to it all in the end, Naomi gets the win. She did the old Rob Van Dam splits off the rope moonsault thing, and she pinned Alexa Bliss. So, if Naomi's not careful, she just might fuck around and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion. Cool. Anyway, so then we have a tag team title, or a tag team title match with Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Club. And there's 2 referees because of things that had happened in the previous weeks where, referee got knocked out. He declares another referee declares someone the winner. The guy wants to disqualify him, all that fun stuff. So, they're just fighting. They're doing their usual thing. Sheamus is hitting people. Cesaro's uppercutting people. The Club's kicking people, basically. And Sheamus goes for a bro kick and accidentally takes out the first referee. So the second referee comes and gets in the ring and gets involved, and Sheamus almost beats that guy up too. And anyway, that kind of stops their momentum a little bit. it was real back and forth, but in the end, the club won. And Anderson and Gallows, they won, and they're the new Raw Tag Team Champions. So, yeah. And then we had, after that, we had Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. And, I don't know what they're doing with Sasha Banks. It's just so, they're always talking about how injured she is. You know, like, her knee hurts, her back's messed up, you know. I mean, like, she's always seems like she's injured. And then, like, 2 days later, she's not. And so I don't know. I mean, and I hear, like, in real life, you know, that she needs surgery and needs this, but then, like, she's never gone. She's just, like, always, you know, comes out. And then, like, lately, Nia Jax, you know, has been beaten up on her knee. And I've heard, you know, on whatever things I've watched or read, you know, that, you know, Sasha's hurt and she needs surgery, and she just, like, never goes away and gets that surgery. So I don't know what the hell. But anyway, maybe she'll be gone now. I don't know, because Nia Jax just basically went in there and just, for the most part, just beat the hell out of Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax won the match. You know, Sasha had some offense in there a little bit, but for the most part, it was just Nia Jax out there being a monster and destroying Sasha Banks. And that was it. So, anyway, and then we had Shawn Michaels came out to the ring because they're in San Antonio, and, you know, he got the crowd all hyped up, you know, dropped some names about wondering who they thought was going to win the Royal Rumble, you know, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, everyone went crazy, had a good old time, and, yeah, so that's basically how we ended the kickoff show. So, here we go. The Royal Rumble itself, or the pay-per-view itself. We started with Bayley versus Charlotte. That was a good match. Those two women went out there and went to war. And, you know, I've heard, you know, in the past that people, even just like, you know, a couple years ago or even a year ago, people were referring to, like, the women's matches as, like, the pee break matches. You know, that's the time to, you know, go to the bathroom, smoke a cigarette, get another beer, whatever the hell, because the women are fighting, so it doesn't matter. But that really has not been the case lately, especially when you get women like Bayley and Charlotte in there, you know. And those two women just fought and fought and fought, and, you know, pulled everything they could out of their hat to win. But in the end, Charlotte hit a natural selection on the ring apron on Bayley and won the match. So Charlotte, she's what, 15, 16 or something and 0 at pay-per-views now. So Charlotte's still the Raw Women's Champion. So yeah. And then we go into we have the no disqualifications match with for the Raw Champion, or the Universal Championship, between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho has to be locked in the shark cage up above the ring. I remember things like, how the hell are they going to get Jericho to just, like, you know, it's not like they're going to open the door and Jericho's just going to, like, willingly walk into this damn cage. But anyway, they've solved that problem by, before the match started, everyone's in the ring, and Jericho and Owens just start beating down Roman Reigns. They just start beating him up. And Roman fought back, winds up knocking down Kevin, winds up beating up Jericho enough and throws him in the cage, and the referee locks it, and they raise the cage up above the ring. So that solved that problem. So anyway, you know, they just fought and fought. At one point, Jericho was like, the whole match, Jericho's up there, Kevin, hey! You know. At one point, Jericho drops down some brass knuckles, and so Kevin Owens gets him, and he, you know, he's like, you know, he's making fun of Roman Reigns and hits him with a Superman punch, and the crowd's just like, yeah, you know. And you know, I kind of thought that was going to be it, but Roman Reigns kicked out after a Superman punch with brass knuckles. Anyway, it just kind of went on like that. At, early in the match, Kevin Owens had set up this, like, there was like 4 chairs on the bottom, and then he stacked 2 chairs on top of those, and then stacked another chair on top. So was that 7 chairs? He like constructed this, you know, structure of chairs, and you kind of forgot about, or you didn't really forget about it. I guess they forgot about it because they never did anything with it for a while. But then, you know, at one point, Kevin put Roman through a table, and then later, Roman Reigns hit Kevin, and he falls back, and he hits that chair structure thing and just takes him out. And I know at one point there was another chair in the ring, and Roman did a Samoan drop on Kevin Owens, and that chair just was decimated. But looked like Roman was going to win, and then all of a sudden out comes Braun Strowman. And Braun Strowman comes out and just beats the crap out of Roman Reigns. And Kevin's out by this point, because I think this is right after he went through that chair structure and stuff. So he's just like out of it. And Braun Strowman's beating up Roman Reigns, puts him back in the ring because it's a no disqualification match. And Kevin Owens manages to kind of get a little pin on Roman and wins. So Kevin Owens is still the Universal Champion. So yeah. And then we got the Cruiserweight title match versus Rich Swann and Neville. You know, Rich Swann's always fun and cool, and you know, Neville's a jerk now. I just don't like how Neville's always talking about, nobody liked me, I never got my chance, you know, but like Neville was always over. I mean, people cheered Neville all the damn time. But anyway, yeah, they went out there, they all did their little fancy moves and all that stuff, and I think this was definitely the cool down match before John Cena and AJ Styles. But anyway, Rich Swann and Neville went out there and fought, and Neville won with a submission. It was like a Rings of Saturn kind of thing, I think. But anyway, my kitty was mowing at me. But yeah, Neville won with a submission. So, you know, Neville's the new Cruiserweight champion now. And so that'll be interesting to see how that progresses. And I've been hearing, you know, that Austin Aries is supposed to go into the Cruiserweight division at some point. So maybe we'll have Neville versus Austin Aries. That could be pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway, so then we have the WWE Championship match between John Cena and AJ Styles. You know, say what you will about Cena, but he can go, kitty. He can go out there and he can put on a hell of a show. I mean, you know, he's John Cena for a reason. You know, he is where he is because, you know, he can do things. And then you have AJ Styles in there too, and so you know AJ can go. So yeah, those two just went out there and they put on an incredible match. I was really impressed with both of them. They, you know, you could tell like at one point later in the match, you know, it's like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, just like coming up with crap to do to each other, you know. And John Cena, you know, over the past couple years has been throwing out that Canadian Destroyer move or whatever, and he's getting better at it. I know in the beginning when he was first doing it, you know, like especially like against Kevin Owens and stuff, there was like always a pause in between, you know, the whole flip and slam thing, you know. But he's getting it down, and you know, he pulled off one of those, like, you know, almost without any pause. Hold on, kitty. But, you know, hold on. Let me let my kitty out. There you go. There you go. All right, yeah. Here we go. We're live, folks. That's the kind of shit that happens when you're live and don't edit shit. But anyway, John Cena and AJ Styles, they went out there, just put on a hell of a match, and in the end, John Cena won, and so now he is 16-time world champion, tied with Ric Flair. So I guess eventually he'll lose it, and then we'll see if he becomes the 17-time champion and has the most in history. Who knows? I'm kind of surprised when they were talking about Triple H at one point during the show. You know, he's a 14-time champion, and you know, you always hear all the stories about, and I guess can witness sometimes Triple H's ego. But I'm really surprised that Triple H even allowed, you know, somebody other than him to tie Ric Flair's record. But who knows? I don't know. That might be mean to Triple H. I don't know. But yeah, John Cena, 16-time champion. There you go. So then we have the actual Rumble match itself. And I am still rehydrating from this weekend, so I need some tea. All right. So we have the Royal Rumble match itself. Whole thing started. You hear Enzo and Big Cass's music go on, so they come out, and you know, by this point, I'm just like, come on, I want to watch the Rumble. I want to watch the Rumble. Come on, you know. But you know, they had to bring Jerry Lawler out first, you know, because he was being a commentator with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. And then Enzo and Cass come out, and then they have to talk and hype up the crowd again. And so anyway, after they do that, Big Cass is #1 entrant. And then #2 is Jericho. So you have Big Cass and Jericho out there, you know, fighting, you know, and I even took the time to write down everybody's number. But anyway, I'll kind of try to figure out how I'm going to do this for you. But anyway, after Jericho, Kalisto comes out as #3. And they're fighting and fighting. And then Mojo comes out at #4. And then Jack Gallagher comes out at #5. And, you know, he has his umbrella. And he crotches Jericho with it and opens it and spinning it and stuff. And I was, you know, I don't mind Jack Gallagher. I was actually kind of digging him. But now they're making a mockery out of him. Ever since, you know, that duel when he got that umbrella, William or whatever, you know, it's like they can't let it go, you know. And I'm if you know anything about me, I'm a slut for umbrellas. Ever since I watched that little kid in that movie Iron Monkey beat up all the bad guys with an umbrella, I have an umbrella that sometimes I just take out with me for the hell of it in case I need to beat somebody up with an umbrella. But anyway, yeah, Jack Gallagher with the umbrella, and he's just becoming a joke with it. You know, it seems it's becoming a real comedy act. But then #6, you have Mark Henry. So Mark Henry comes out, and you know, and he takes his sweet ass time getting in the ring. Everybody kind of got a break, you know, just laying on the mat waiting for Mark Henry to get his ass in the ring because he just took his sweet ass time. But then after that, you have Braun Strowman come out at #7, and then we saw earlier in the night Sami Zayn drew #8 to come into the Rumble. So Sami Zayn came out at 8, and then you have the Big Show at #9, and you know, Braun Strowman, when he got in there, just, you know, obviously they're building him up to be a big monster. Because Braun Strowman, when he got in there, he just starts getting rid of everybody. It became the Braun Strowman show. He's just eliminating and eliminating. And, you know, yeah. So then the Big Show, you know, comes in and, you know, really quickly, you know, they kind of he has a stare down with Braun Strowman. You know, who they kind of have like, you know, a pissing contest who's bigger and all that, but goes for a choke slam, goes for this, that, and you know, pretty quickly, you know, Braun Strowman just eliminates the Big Show, and you know, Braun Strowman took out Mark Henry, and Braun Strowman just takes out everybody basically for the most part, except you know, Jericho, because Jericho basically disappeared for a while, and then he showed up and tried to pull a fast one on the Big Show, and the Big Show kind of smacked him around a little bit, and then Jericho goes and disappears again. He's hiding somewhere. So then, number 10, Ty Dillinger. Again, Ty Dillinger comes out at number 10, and then number 11, James Ellsworth comes out, and you know Carmella's with him, and she's trying to get him to go in the ring, and he's scared, and so then number 12, Dean Ambrose comes out. And he's like, come on, James, yeah, let's go get in the ring. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. And so James is all excited and runs in the ring, and Dean Ambrose stays out of the ring. So basically, he just kind of feeds James Ellsworth to Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman just chucks James Ellsworth out of the ring, and that dude just hits the ground hard. But, yeah, anyway. So then, you know, number 13, you have Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin comes out. And it's like, all right, your time's over now, Braun Strowman. And Baron Corbin just starts taking out everybody and even eliminates Braun Strowman. So then you got number 14, Kofi Kingston. And then 15, The Miz. 16 was Sheamus. Then 17 was Big E. And then 18 was Rusev. And Rusev has a busted nose, I guess. So he's wearing one of those face protector things. And then 19 was Cesaro. Then 20 was Xavier Woods. 21 was Bray Wyatt. 22 was Apollo Crews. And then 23 was Randy Orton. So, you know, Bray Wyatt's all happy because fucking Randy Orton's in the ring now and helping him beat up people. Then you got 24, Dolph Ziggler. 25, Luke Harper. And so Luke Harper comes out, and Randy's kind of standing in the ring waiting for Luke to come in the ring. And at first, Luke Harper just like doesn't even pay any attention to him, doesn't even make, you know, eye contact or anything. He just kind of gets in there and just starts beating up people. But eventually, they kind of, you know, get in each other's face. They're fighting. Bray Wyatt's like, "Hey, calm down, guys," you know, blah blah blah. And Luke Harper fucking takes down Bray Wyatt, and even is, you know, and he beats up Randy a little bit, and Luke Harper is going to do his sister Abigail on Bray Wyatt, and he was all, I mean, like right there, and then all of a sudden, you know, out of nowhere, here comes Randy Orton with the damn RKO and stops that whole thing. But anyway, then you got 26 was Brock Lesnar, and then 27 you have Enzo Amore. And, you know, Lesnar came out in usual Lesnar fashion. Just kind of, you know, beats everybody down. I don't even know if he really eliminated anybody, like, right away, but he did beat the hell out of everybody pretty good. So then when Enzo came in, you know, everybody's laying down. Everyone's all messed up, and Lesnar's the only one standing. So Enzo comes in and, you know, getting all hyped up and, you know, going crazy and doing his thing. So he charges Lesnar, and Lesnar just clotheslines him on his ass. Poor Enzo. But, yeah, anyway. I know this video is going long, so I'm trying to wrap this up for everybody. But anyway. Then you got Goldberg at number 28. And, you know, after what Lesnar had been doing, just beating everybody up, here comes Goldberg. And, like in 5 seconds or some shit, just he comes in and just like straight up eliminates Brock Lesnar. So yeah, that kind of I can imagine that those two are probably going to be fighting at WrestleMania, I'm guessing. But yeah, then at number 29, here comes The Undertaker. And so The Undertaker comes out, and you know, he's looking good. You know, he's beating up people. He's eliminating people. He took out Goldberg, I believe. I couldn't keep track of who was all eliminating who for the most part, but yeah, the Undertaker was just, on fire. And so I remember thinking, all right, I'm like keeping count, and I got my list and stuff. I'm like, all right, so number 30, who the hell's number 30 now? Because, we knew that Goldberg and Lesnar and Undertaker were coming. So it's like those guys are in. So there's one person left. Who the hell's coming out? My ass, I'm sitting here thinking, oh man, Samoa Joe, come on. This would be the perfect time for Samoa Joe to come out here, and number 30, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out at number 30. And I'm not a big Roman Reigns hater. I mean, I can take him or leave him. I'm just, but I mean, number 30, Roman Reigns. And then so the crowd starts chanting, bullshit, this is bullshit, and the crowd was obviously not happy. And, so Roman Reigns just starts taking out people. And he eliminated the damn Undertaker. And so those two have a stare down afterward, and, so anyway, yeah, the match just goes on. Roman Reigns is on fire. He's eliminating people, doing his thing, and it comes down in the end where it's Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. And, they're just doing their thing. Everyone's, those Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt are going after Roman. Roman eliminates Bray Wyatt, and then Randy sees his opportunity and he eliminates Roman. So there you go, Randy Orton. Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. But man, like I was saying in my NXT video earlier, it was just a really straightforward Rumble. You had no major surprises, no major surprise entrances. I mean, you had Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, but I mean, everybody kind of knew that was going to happen. I mean, with the whole 10 thing being on fire right now, that would be stupid of WWE not to take advantage of that and put him in as number 10. But I mean, other than that, there was like no real huge, surprises, no big returns, not even, I mean, I guess the Dudleys are gone, but I mean, hell, Goldust wasn't even in the damn Rumble, It was just really, yeah. And then Roman Reigns comes out at number 30 just to piss off the crowd. But, Randy Orton wins. And, good for him. I mean, I'm a Randy Orton fan. I can dig some Randy Orton. That's cool. But, yeah, I mean, it was just a really, I mean, you had Lesnar and Goldberg and The Undertaker, of course, but I mean, they were 26, 28, and 29 later in the Rumble, and granted, those guys don't have to put on the big shows, they don't have to. they're them for a reason, but, yeah. So there you go. Fucking Randy Orton's the winner of the 2017 WWE Royal Rumble. And so, yeah, damn, we had 30 men in the Rumble, and this match is almost 30, or this video is almost 30 minutes long. So, it was a good show, though. I had fun. I always look forward to the Royal Rumble, and I'm already waiting for next year's Royal Rumble. In 2 weeks, I guess 13 days or whatever, we got the Elimination Chamber in Phoenix, and damn it, I wanted to go to that. I have family out in Arizona, and I thought it would be a wonderful time to go see them. And I just couldn't get the funds together properly to get the seats that I wanted. I was going to be sitting third row at Elimination Chamber, on the one side of the ring that faces the entrance. So like you'd be like seeing me in the crowd like you're seeing me now, man. But I guess, yeah, it's a SmackDown pay-per-view, so we'll have John Cena defending that title, and we can already basically assume, based on what happened on SmackDown, that it's out of the 6 people in the Elimination Chamber, my guess is 3 of them are going to be Cena, AJ Styles, and The Miz. And I'm sure they'll throw Ambrose in there at the very least. But anyway, so I will go. Now I'm starting to fucking ramble on. But thank you to anybody who watched this, if anybody. And yeah, have a good day, a great evening, a pleasant tomorrow, and stay out of trouble. I'll see you later.